This is the problem that we have. I can't get the heat up. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't get the heat up. Let's see if this thing heats up. Because the problem we've been having is pilot light keeps going out over and over and over and over and over again. And apparently, I need to change the furnace filter again. So that's what I'm gonna do. But look, that thing right in there keeps going out. Well, wow, and it just went out. So that's what's going on. Since I got the time, there we go. I mean, it's not bad. I've had worse filters and stuff. Hopefully that fixed it. Oh, I guess I should throw that filter away. Wife will get mad at me if I don't. My filter. Now this is all messed up. I just had this tire repaired yesterday, and now it's flat again. All right, stole the wife's car. Oh, it's cold in here. Change my seat, start the car. Yeah, so, flat tire again. All right, going out to see my buddy Dustin Grice, who owns Ride Minnesota. We're gonna grab some lunch, have some fun. I'll zoom in a little bit. Hey, we got some music going on. Whoa. Don't wanna hit the mirror there. Okay, so it took this guy forever to get here. Dustin Grice is finally here in the ride van. I mean, look at that. We're supposed to have our lunch at 12:30. And what's he doing? He's finally pulling up here at 12:53. Oh God, look at this guy.
Brought you a new hat.
Yeah!
New purple ride logo.
Hell
there.
yeah, man. Nice and bright out.
It's our little Prince inspired.
The Prince inspired logo. I love this thing. New ride hat.
Dang, dude.
All right, so let's not get in the light or whatnot. That guy right there, that's Dustin Grice. That's Ride, his brand.
I thought we were going over to Reds, or no, I don't even know where I am.
Okay, so I called up into Granite City like 15 minutes before, and I'm like, hey, can I reserve a table for 12:30? And she's like, well, I got one getting up, I'll try to save it for you, but the high tops are still available. I'm like, all right, cool, you're a lifesaver. So now that we are only 25 minutes late, I think you might owe her an apology.
So I don't have, my phone completely died.
Dead.
I'm excited, so getting ready,
Wow.
trying to prepare for next year, 2018.
Oh. Hey, so were you the one that that tried to save a table for me at 12:30?
Yeah.
Yeah. This man owes her an apology. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry we're late. Well, first things first. Cheers.
Cheers.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Cheers, YouTube.
Cheers, YouTube.
The double hop.
I like it. It's good. Okay, so what's the Dustin Grice effect, you know? Explain to us Ride and stuff like that, because I mean, before we even explain this, the fun thing is that this dude has got his brand everywhere, to the point where I'm watching Walking Dead and they're showing previews of Norman Reedus, like Ride with Norman, and I see him wearing a Ride Texas hat, and I'm like, my God, you're everywhere now. I've watched in the past couple years just go boom, skyrocket.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. It's been a lot of work, I'll tell you that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how did, Okay, first, tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, my name's Dustin Grice. I grew up here in Minnesota, and throughout all of school, I've been riding bikes. And so I've competed professionally in BMX. I was on the cover of BMX Plus magazine. When Nitro Circus came to town, I got to ride at Nitro Circus at the Target Center. We just did a Super Bowl commercial for Explore Minnesota this past Super Bowl. And
what about Ride Minnesota? Because that's the stuff I've seen all over.
yeah.
That's stuff I've seen everywhere.
So
Like,
even
people
out,
I can't go to an event that is extreme sports and I don't see someone wearing a Ride Minnesota T-shirt, a Ride Minnesota hat, something Ride Minnesota.
yeah. Oh, it's crazy to hear that and to hear from anyone. I mean, there's been so many supportive people in the community behind it that I never even imagined. You know,
How did it start out?
So about 2 years ago, I've always had kind of my own little projects here and there over the years. One is the Factory, which our indoor bike park in Northeast, which we've had a blast anytime you've come out and shot photos out there.
We're definitely gonna shoot some film out there too.
It's a fun place, and there was nowhere to really ride year round indoors every single day, and so we created it. That was about 7 years ago, and then about 3 years ago, I wanted a hat for myself. I made this simple little logo that everyone loves, all this Minnesota themed stuff.
Yeah.
I love it as well. There's still nothing that really relates to what I love doing and riding. Oh my,
Yummy.
you are great.
Yeah.
Oh my.
There you go.
You treat us so well. You treat us so
That's what I'm here
well.
for.
Thank you so much.
Delicious.
And so yeah, I basically just mocked up this logo.
Yeah.
And that was it. It sat there for probably 3 months, and I never really did anything with it. And then all of a sudden, my favorite hat at the time got super dirty, and I need a new hat. And I'm like, I wonder if that logo would work on a hat and puff it out. And so I just contacted a local embroidery shop, and we basically made me a hat, and that was it. And then some friends started wanting them, and so I made about 50 hats, and I didn't know how long it would take. I saved my money for that first order, and then eventually sold them all, and then so I ordered 100 hats, and then just kind of went from there. And so then I started making a few shirts, and just every week that goes by, it's something new. And so now, moving from my dad's basement to my apartment, I mean, that was a big step at 30 years old. And then eventually moving to a small office space, and it very, very small, but that kind of opened the doors.
You're
I bet
so
you.
humble about this.
Well, it's. Yeah,
I mean,
it's.
You just don't see that this day and age, especially with people that have this kind of reach.
Well, it's interesting too, because thank you so
Oh,
much.
yummy.
That's my favorite right there. I work all the time, probably just like you, as a freelancer, and then on your own projects. I work from home. I ride bikes at our warehouse. I do shows. Like, that's it. Like, I'm kind of in the same group, daily or weekly.
Yeah.
And so I'm not out as much where I would see products, in public. So when I do hear that from people, it's just like, wow. I know how much product we're going through and what it's taken to just try and keep up with things, but to actually, I remember when I actually saw the first person wearing it in public, and we were downtown riding bikes. All of a sudden, I see this dude walking over, and I'm like, is that a ride hat? This wasn't even that long ago. Maybe a year and a half ago or something. It wasn't too long ago. It took probably a year and a half to actually get to experience something like that. And I asked him, even to this day, when I see people wearing it, I always go up and I'm always curious where they got it from.
Yeah.
Because now we have shops that sell it. We're at events, and so it's cool to see. It's just a cool conversation started.
So where did Norman Reedus pick it up at? Did you ever find out the story behind
that
one?
one's
Because you see it in all, well, not in all the commercials, they see it in some of the commercials and stuff like that. And it's, how did that work out?
Yeah, so basically someone went to go meet Norman, and they wanted to give Norman a gift.
Yeah.
And so her son decided to look for. They know Norman rides motorcycles.
Yeah.
So they looked for a hat that said ride.
Yeah.
And so they just searched online, and they happened to come across our hat, which means I'm doing my web job right, showing up in search results. So they ordered a hat and they gave it to him as a gift. And this was quite a while ago, at least a year ago. And
That's
then
so cool.
all of a sudden, later, one little photo popped up, and then a few more, and so we started, kind of seeing this or noticing this, and we're like, what? This is odd. Like, it took probably a good 6 months to kind of figure out how he actually got that. I had to sign something so he could wear it in the show.
Oh, yeah.
And so now, he just apparently just loves the hat. I don't know. I mean, he continues to wear it. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. But to see someone like that who just genuinely likes wearing the hat, it's just blown away,
Yeah.
And so, anyways, Norman, thank you. I hope to meet someday. I definitely hope to meet and ride together someday.
A little story behind that hat and whatnot.
Oh man! Thank you to Cindy and it's just like, this is just one thing of like. There's so many things happening right now, and it's just like that's just one of them. And it's just like I definitely appreciate the support from everyone.
Yeah.
The local community, just everything going on. Everyone at the factory, family and friends. It's just like...
We got some great wings and flatbread to get to, so let's get to this stuff.
Ready for a nap. Dude, I may actually go to bed right now, because...
I wish I could. I got 3 kids at home.
Where did I tell you I just came from yesterday?
South Africa.
Exactly, and I'm so jet lagged right now. So it's about 10 p.m. right now in Africa, and I'm ready to fall asleep right now. So I might actually go home. I can't go to bed.
I totally hear that. So we're gonna say goodbye to this guy here. Had a great meeting.
Thank you.
Shake our hands.
I got a channel as well. If you guys are watching, just Dustin Grice. Got a YouTube channel in there. Lots of BMX videos and the little pros tour, all the kids videos. So it's there's a lot of stuff on YouTube as well.
I'll link Dustin's stuff down below. And good talking to you, man.
Let's ride soon.
Bye ride van. Good stuff. Great meeting. I definitely want to share with you guys Dustin and the stuff that he does and everything, because it's Minnesota BMX at its finest, really. So check them out. We got their little new purple hat going on, Ride Minnesota. That kind of is their tribute to Prince. So I'll be rocking this